Joining me right now is Congressman Lee Zeldin of New York, who serves on the House Financial Services and Foreign Affairs Committees. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Maria.
So where do you stand on all of this? You're on the Financial Services Committee. How are you going to vote on the spending deal?
Not a fan. The bill, actually, I haven't seen a draft of it yet, so I haven't even read it yet. We're just kind of operating off of numbers. On the military, Department of Defense side, no doubt that to make up for many years of a lack of investment on the part of during the President Obama's administration, both with troop reductions as well as not maintaining equipment, it really had a devastating impact on certain aspects of our military, and we need to fix it. I don't like the idea that in order to be spending $80 billion more on the military, that you have to spend $63 billion more on non-military. There's one function that we have constitutionally, and that's to provide for the national defense. I want to be able to address those troop reductions and the lack of equipment maintenance and get our military ready for any type of conflict that is necessary in order to protect our country. But I don't believe that it's responsible to use the military as a pawn or to hold it hostage in order to pay for these other priorities, and we can't afford it.
But that's what they're doing, right, Congressman? I mean, you know, in order to get what you want, the spending on the military, the Democrats are saying, got to spend money on this, got to spend money on that. So where would you have cut, and what are you going to do about it? Does that mean you're a no on this bill?
Yeah, as of right now, again, the bill hasn't even, I haven't even seen the bill yet,
okay.
And I don't know if, you know, there's going to be any updates to what was originally pitched last night versus what the final bill will end up looking like. Now, this past September, the House passed all of the appropriations bills. A couple days ago, the House passed a continuing resolution until March that fully funded the military for the rest of the year. Now, I would encourage the Senate to take up the appropriations bill that was passed in September. I would encourage them to take up the continuing resolution that was passed a couple days ago. And on the debt side, it's just our country cannot afford to keep spending money like this. I have 11-year-old daughters.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's irresponsible for them, for us not to be making the right fiscal decisions on their behalf. You know, it's not just about getting past the next election or past the next year. Most importantly, it's what we hand off to the next people who will take over and be responsible for this country. I don't want to hand them a mess in the trajectory that our country's heading right now.
Right, which is why the Committee for a Responsible Budget saying a budget deal would assure permanent trillion-dollar deficits, increase deficits by $300 billion to $400 billion over decades, set the stage for adding $1.7 trillion in deficits over the next 10 years if parts of the deal are made permanent. And then there's immigration. What do you make of what Nancy Pelosi did last night? 8 hours talking about the Dreamers.
Yeah, and this is called a 1-minute speech, a 1-minute speech that lasted over 8 hours, not talking about ending illegal immigration, but actually praising it, celebrating illegal immigration for 8 hours. Now, if she had spent those 8 hours actually sitting down, not just talking, but also listening, negotiating, compromising, we can have a great immigration bill. The president is willing to and able to do his part. Republicans in Congress are ready to do our part. But you can't just spend 8 hours on the House floor putting on the show praising illegal immigration and thinking that gets you any closer to a resolution.
So she basically wants to be real visible, and obviously she wants to be Speaker again, and she maybe thinks that these kinds of gimmicks is going to get her there.
Yeah, maybe. I'll tell you, for my district on the east end of Long Island, for many parts of the country, we don't want to see Nancy Pelosi be the next Speaker of the House. You mentioned the Financial Services Committee that I serve on in the intro. That would be Maxine Waters as the chair of Financial Services. It'd be Jerry Nadler as the chair of the Judiciary Committee. Their first priority, their first order of business would be to impeach the president. Their second order of business would be to have some type of universal health care, single payer system. Unfortunately, the economy is doing well. Our national security is doing well. We're taking better care of our veterans. We're on the right trajectory. And Nancy Pelosi actually showed for 8 hours exactly why she shouldn't be the Speaker of the House.
You mean just by doing that last night?
Yeah, spending 8 hours talking, hearing herself talk about, praising these stories of illegal immigration.